Hey, everybody. So, we are going live today to talk about gifting travel. I just think this is such a fun topic to talk about for this time of year. And giving the gift of travel is just something I'm super passionate about. So, I wanted to share some ideas with you all. And, even if you're like, you have those people on your Christmas list that are so hard to shop for, maybe you can come up with some ideas today. So I'm going to go over a few stories from some clients, give you some ideas of how to give the gift of travel this year. And yeah, if you guys have any questions at all, make sure you drop them in the comments and I'll try to answer them at the end. So, first off, what I want to do is talk about why giving the gift of travel is so meaningful and so magical. And I want to tell this through a story of some of my clients. They actually just got home from a really amazing trip in Asia. They were able to go to Vietnam and Thailand and Cambodia. I'm going to show you some pictures because they're just so cute. So, fun story, kind of some background on this and how this ties into the gift of travel. So, these are some repeat clients of mine. They were really excited about this bucket list adventure to Asia, and they had some friends and family that knew that they wanted to do this trip. So, they actually purchased gift cards for Allie with Picture This Travel. And then my clients were able to, in turn, use those gift cards on their trip. And that is just like one way that they were able to, give the gift of travel and kind of utilize these gift cards. So I just absolutely thought that was such an amazing idea. There's going to be a link below down in the comments to how to buy gift cards for my services. You can buy them in lots of different increments. I know that they got several gift cards from some family and friends, and they were purchased in different increments, and they were able to use it towards their trip. So even though it was just a portion of their trip, it nonetheless helped make it a reality, which was so awesome. And one thing too that I wanted to share that is just so cool and just has to make the people who help contribute to this trip just feel amazing. So I got a text from this client and she literally told me, as of yesterday, I can die and my life will have been complete, because she was able to do this amazing elephant encounter in Thailand. And again, this was all because they had some friends and family help contribute towards this trip and give the gift of travel. So, it doesn't have to be expensive. You can go on to that link below and buy a gift card for $50, $100, $200, whatever is in your budget this year. And that can just help go towards someone's dream vacation. And I just think this is such an amazing story, such cool pictures. So I kind of wanted to start with that just to kind of get you guys thinking about the why and why it's so meaningful to give travel, is because you're just making these experiences happen for people that they've always dreamed about. And it doesn't take a huge budget to do it. So, fun little thing there. Again, down in the comments, there's going to be a link to buy a gift card. And again, that's just for my services. So if you know someone's already booked a trip with me or they're planning on booking a trip, that's just a great gift card to give someone because it's just going to help go towards their vacation. So let's kind of talk about, options and different ways that you can give the gift of travel. There's lots of different ideas. So I'm going to kind of tell a few different stories here of how I've helped some recent clients and some clients in the past give the gift of travel. And hopefully this will give you some ideas for Christmas. So the first option that you can do is to actually give a future travel credit. So I had one of my favorite clients give me a call last week, and he was thinking about taking a sum of money and essentially allowing his adult children to book travel with me with those funds. That's totally doable. He was kind of going to be purchasing in advance these credits, this sum of money, and then he was going to be gifting those credits to his kids, and then they could use that those funds that have been allotted to travel really in any way that they see fit. If they want to go on a domestic, international, whatever kind of trip that they want to go on, it's super open ended and allows them to use the funds in a really flexible way. So, I thought that was an amazing idea. I think that that dad is going to score some serious points with his kiddos this Christmas. So, if that is something you're interested in, I'd love to help make it happen for your family. And we can definitely, it just leaves a little bit more flexibility and open-endedness for the receiver of the gift to do a trip that they actually want to do and not one that maybe you think they want to do. So that's first option. And then another option would be maybe you're going to gift like a part of a trip. So recently I had a husband reach out to me and he wanted to take his wife to New York City for Christmas. So he's essentially just gifting the hotel stay for her. There's obviously going to be some other things they're doing as they travel up there. It's not this full-fledged, in-depth trip, but that hotel stay is the gift that he's giving her. So we were able to go in, find the hotel, make it all work, make the booking, and that's going to be the gift. So it might just be like an anchor booking, like maybe some flights or a hotel or maybe an experience. And then I work with those clients to kind of create the rest of the trip. And maybe you're just gifting a portion of it. So that's possible. Another option would be, this would be amazing. I would love for someone to do this because this would just be really fun to help out with. I've done it some in the past, but a fully mapped out trip. So a complete proposal. All that's going to happen is when you give that proposal, that gift of travel to this person, really all that they have to do is show up. So I have done this in the past. I've had some clients and friends. One Christmas, they had me design a trip to Cabo for their in-laws, their parents, and I put together kind of this cute little, I'll show you a cute little, gift certificate kind of thing or visual representation of the trip so that then they were able to gift this to them on Christmas morning. Because sometimes it feels like you need to have something for them to open. So I'm more than happy to do that. I'm more than happy to put together a little visual for you or a little gift certificate that just kind of shows like what they're going to get. Like that's so fun. They open up this little box and instead they are getting a trip to Cabo. So if you want to do a whole trip, a full-fledged trip like this, totally fine. We can do this as well. So they can open something like this up on Christmas morning and then they kind of get to pick maybe the dates or maybe even the resort, maybe we don't have that picked out yet and you're giving them that option. Then really the gifter, the person giving the gift will just pay the invoice when it's time. So that's an option, full-fledged map out trip. And then another option too to think about would be just some travel related gift ideas. Again, maybe someone's already booked with me, or maybe that they're going to be traveling the next year. Things that could just be really practical. I love that. I know one year Josh and we got some suitcases for Christmas and obviously have used them a ton. But I have also put a link in the comments down below, a link to my Amazon account that shows my travel essentials, both just for travel in general and then also for traveling with kids. Both those lists can be really helpful for you if you're just needing to come up with a good thing, like an actual gift to give someone that's related to travel. So I have my favorite travel shoes, my favorite backpack. I have my favorite noise canceling headphones that Josh is actually getting me hopefully for Christmas this year. So just some different ideas. And again, traveling with kids as well. That list is on there. So that link is down in the comments and maybe you'll just kind of get inspired to get them a travel related gift for maybe this upcoming year. So those are kind of some different ideas of how you can give travel or give the gift of travel. And then really what it comes down to is like, okay, if I do this logistically, what is this process going to look like for the receiver of this gift? So Really, it's just the normal process of how I work with my clients. So whether, you give your loved ones a future travel credit or a gift card for my services, here's really how it's going to look for them. Your loved one who receives that future travel credit or gift card, they will schedule a call with me. It'll be a consult call, and we'll go over the vision that they have, for their vacation. I'll create them a customized itinerary and proposal. We'll kind of go back and forth, get some feedback, make sure they love everything. And then we'll just go through the normal booking process. So collect all their client information and make all the bookings, manage the travel for them, obviously provide them with 24/7 support before and during travel. And then they're going to get a travel app to be able to access all the components of the trip. So just normal process, really, if you do the featured travel credits or the gift card. And then if you're buying a pre-planned trip, so if you're buying a pre-planned trip for your loved one, maybe you kind of know something that they already want to do, like that trip to Cabo for those in-laws. Really, all I need is their passport information. So as long as you have access to that, their name and their date of birth, we can really take care of the rest of it for them. If you're not sure about like travel dates, we can always kind of get an estimate on the trip based on some rough dates. And then once you give the gift and we can nail down, okay, yes, we're doing this, and we get their passport info and the dates, then we can work with the invoice from there. So yeah, I think, something to think about is that this gift is not just a one-time gift. It's not just one thing they're going to open on Christmas morning. Once they get the gift of travel, like we're just getting started. So my expertise and services, they last all the way through the completion of the trip. And once, the clients return home, like I just pride myself on being accessible to my clients, hearing their needs, hearing their vision, providing that level of service to where, they just have the most memorable experience, and that this is not just your average Christmas gift, that they are really getting this high touch point experience. So that's my mission. And then, I also love too giving a gift like travel, because there's that delayed enjoyment. Like it's like this buildup, this pent up anticipation of the trip. And really, sometimes that can be the best part, is the countdown. And, you're surprising this loved one at Christmas with like, hey, we're going to take this trip to, Mexico in April. Well, they still get a countdown. They get that anticipation. They have something to look forward to, and they don't have any worry or stress that goes along with it, because I'm taking care of all the details. So sometimes that delayed enjoyment is just as fun, because you're not just opening up a one-time gift, but it's coming down the road, the anticipation of it. So just to kind of wrap this up, because I just love this topic so much and it's just so fun. Think about just a few things here. I only have 5 days on my calendar left for a complimentary consult call. So I really want to be able to discuss your ideas of gifting travel this year for Christmas. It's December 4th, I think. So we're just 3 weeks away from Christmas Day. And like I said, I only have 5 days left on my calendar for a complimentary consult call. So check out the comments below. There's going to be a link to my Calendly in there. You can also go to my website and fill out the contact form if that works better for you. But, jump on that calendar, make sure that we chat about what you are thinking so we can get a game plan together before Christmas. And, just know that it's not too late to give the gift of travel. I know we have some last minute shoppers. Christmas kind of snuck up on me this year. So if it snuck up on you too, there's just so many options and ways that you can give travel, from gift cards to a full-fledged trip. And I'm just happy to take that burden off of your shoulders. So gifting travel can be super easy on you. I showed you guys, I love putting together those little visuals or those little gift certificates that you can actually give to your loved one. If you want to print them out, I can send them digitally. So it's really easy for a last minute gift. If you need something, I can just send you a quick little digital gift certificate, and you can make that last minute travel gift possible for your loved one. So To wrap this up, since it's the season of giving, I thought it'd be really fun if I gave you all a gift. So I want to waive my planning fee for one lucky person. If you are the first person to hop on my calendar to schedule a consult call and mention this live stream in your notes when you sign up for a call, then I would love to gift you my planning services for free. That's a nice little savings, a nice little gift this Christmas. And like I said, just make sure you're the first person to hop on my calendar for a consult call and mention this live stream in the place where it has notes about the call. So, yeah, I'm excited to help you guys out. Again, only 5 days left to get on my calendar. So make sure you do that. I hope you all have a lovely Christmas and holiday season. And thanks for joining us.